3 games left to play of Season 15 in the Premier League, and we are basically trying to get European football. Champions League is a no-go. We are 10 points behind Spurs in 4th. It's not going to happen, but Europa League, Europa Conference League is most definitely possible. We've got QPR, Manchester United and Leicester in today's episode. We're going to see QPR and Leicester because we should be able to win both of those, and Leicester are 6th. In between episodes, after our shambolic performance against West Ham last time around, we beat them in the league 1-0. We then beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 in the league, which does mean we are currently sat 7th place, 55 points on the board, but Leicester do have themselves a game in hand, which is probably against Spurs, Man United or Villa. Let's hope that it's Spurs or Man United. The starting lineup then for the QPR game away from home will be Kavic in goal. No reason, I just want Kavic to play some more games, basically. Mokhtar, Ballo, Zawari and Leandro in defence, Campbell and Morgan in midfield, Darko, Aubert, Bougre and Rory Allen as our front 4 today. The subs bench is looking very strong as well, which is good to see. So, QPR are most definitely in a relegation scrap. I was just about to try and show you the league table, and then a highlight happened after a minute and about 20 seconds. Herrera with the ball for QPR. Arbaloda all the way back to Marin in goal. Finnegan on the left-hand side. Passes it forward to Peric. He's going to go for a run. Is this going to be a QPR attack? Mokhtar steals it away. That's good. Ballo forward to Campbell. Now Morgan in the middle of the pitch. A few runners off to the left. Couple to the right as well. Allen invites Mokhtar forward. Plays through Aubert. And Christophe Aubert gets his 14th goal of the season. Just passing it calmly past the goalkeeper. 1-0, 2 minutes played. As I was trying to say, QPR are 19th place in the table right now. If they lose, I think they might be relegated. So they are definitely going to be trying to fight for something. Campbell with the ball to Mokhtar. Ball towards nobody, apparently. Strange pass, not quite sure what was going on there. Webster in the middle finds Rai. Now Zamuna, could have been his name, not quite sure. Big kick upfield intercepted by us. That's good to see. Now, are we going to do ourselves a lovely little counter-attack? Bougre on that left-hand side. Stops, plays it in the middle. Thought he was going to go backwards. Bougre is going to pick that up as well. Go for an early cross. Or invite Leandro forward. Darko's there at the back post. Darko makes it 2. We are not even 10 minutes played. So if QPR lose this, they're not technically down. They'll be on 25 points with 6 up for grabs. But Leeds are only 5 points clear of them, but Leeds do have themselves a game in hand. So they're essentially down, aren't they, at this point? 10 minutes to play the first half, and are we going to make it 3-0 before the whistle goes? Bougre collects it. 3 in the box. Morgan lurking outside of it. Crosses in, tries to find Darko and can't manage it. And now possibly QPR can make themselves have a little chance. Reynolds has gone off towards the right-hand side. Where are you going to go? He's been held up, and it's a terrible pass, and we've intercepted, and here goes the counter-attack. Bougre wants Bougre, gets long ball towards Darko on the right-hand side. So many red shirts flooding the middle of the QPR penalty area. Mokhtar to Morgan, across to Leandro. Is the fullback going to go for a goal himself? He's gone into the corner for some reason. I'm not sure why. How have we not scored? How has Rory Allen not scored from that? Still not quite at half-time. There seems to be a fair amount going on in this game. Back to Finnegan, the throw taker. In the middle, we've nicked the ball away. Aubert is doing everything so far. He is stealing the ball all over the place. Rory Allen, however, is not doing what we want him to be doing, is he? We need to be getting there first, and Mokhtar does get there first. Back to Kavic, who does look tiny, doesn't he? I said this in the last episode, that he looks like a very small goalkeeper. I think he might be a small goalkeeper, which is something that I've never noticed. Mokhtar on the ground to Darko, into the penalty area. He's going to go it alone, and it is palmed over the bar by the keeper. Darko's going to go over to take the corner as well. Front post, please. Doesn't manage to get it onto one of our players. Aubert needs to keep this alive. Is he going to manage to possibly? No, he's not really done that, has he? Half time then, and it is 2-0 to the good. We're just doing what we need to be doing, aren't we? Cavic is 6'1". I swear he looks a lot smaller. He's also 2-footed. There aren't many 2-footed goalkeepers about, are there? He also has 8 free kick taken, which I might put him on free kicks for some reason. Maybe for the final game of the season. If there's nothing to play for, we might make our goalkeeper take free kicks. Campbell to Mokhtar on the right-hand side. Just 3 minutes into the second half. Darko collects it, crosses in. Bougre's there, and Bougre leaps the highest to make it 3-0, his 9th of the season. And this game is basically over. Elsewhere, Southampton are beating title-chasing Manchester City. If Man City lose against Southampton and we lose against Man United, United will be crowned champions when we play them because they've got 2 games in hand over second place. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm not showing that United game because basically they're just going to beat us, aren't they? Ober with the ball for us, tries to get it in the middle but can't manage it. Peric is going to go for a run. Summerfield to Brandstrom, gets some space, back to Summerfield, back to Brandstrom. QPR suddenly coming alive after 65 minutes, and Kavic can hold on to that one. And a highlight almost immediately. There was literally a flicker of the little intermediate screen, and we are away again. Bougre's going to get there. He does manage to get there. Spins as well. It's a terrible effort from the winger, and that's straight into the hands of the keeper. Southampton are now 3-0 up as well against Man City. We're going to do a change or two. Andrew Bean is going to come on. It may be the last time Andrew Bean plays for us, because in the summer he might be being shifted on, because basically lots of people want to sign him, and we don't really play him much. We're also going to do Benjaloun for Zawari, mainly because we've got a lot of yellow cards in defence, and we do still need to make sure we win games. Finnegan with a throw. Final 5 minutes of the game then. QPR, are they going to get themselves a consolation goal ready for when they get relegated back down to the Championship? Milan is in on goal, and he has managed to place it into the bottom corner. It is going to be 3-1. Can we make it 4-1? Literally straight after the goal, we've got a highlight from kickoff, and Darko's got it on the right-hand side. Mokhtar in the middle to Campbell. Back to Darko. Through ball, finds Ober. Lovely touch. Goes for a dink. He's hit the bar. Oh, that would have been a superb goal from the young Belgian. Instead, this is a worry. Milan's got it on the left-hand side, the goal scorer. I can't imagine anything's going to come of this. Ober's got the ball, thanks to Mokhtar's interception, and we are just going to pass it back to Milan, apparently. Ober with a superb sliding tackle. He has been everywhere, including getting substituted. We are going to take him off for the final few minutes of the match. We're going to bring on Forster, I think. Forster, he needs some game time. He keeps moaning that he's not playing much, so we'll bring him on for a final few minutes against QPR, even though we've basically won the game. Forster forward to Allen in the centre circle. Has no real support. Forster's now made some space for himself. Darko to Campbell. Mokhtar's doing a run. Or Forster. That's a very good ball to find Forster. 3 in the box. If he can cross it in, he plays it low. Back to Forster. Bougre's there. And Bougre's headed effort goes over the bar. So the result is obviously, it's 3-1, but we should have had more. We had plenty of very good chances. Plenty of very good chances. I mean, there was a lot of chances in the middle of this that arguably we should have scored from. We scored 2 early, and then we should have been 3-0 up at half-time. We were 3-0 up at half-time. Should have been 4-0 up at half-time, and maybe 5-0 come full-time. So, by the time we play Manchester United, the title may well be sewn, because Man United are playing Spurs, and they are currently winning, although they're only half an hour in. I don't actually know how accurate that is. So we're going to go forward to the other side of our Manchester United game, which I believe is on a Saturday. It is on a Saturday, the 10th of May. We'll be back for the final game in the season away from home against Leicester. And that is going to be a 6th place decider, isn't it? Well, we have just managed to beat Manchester United 2-0. And we have confirmed season 16 with Dover, which will 100% be the final season, because we can't play this forever. But we are in the Europa League 2 at a minimum. With 1 game left to play for us, we sit on 61 points. Leicester still have 2 games in hand over us for some reason. I don't know why. They've got Aston Villa. Aston Villa are in 13th. They've then got Man United, who are obviously champions, and then they finish with us. So, as long as they only win one of those games, we're in with a chance. 1 game played, 1 defeat to Leicester. Jamie Donnelly with a 76th minute winner for Aston Villa means we still sit in 6th place. They now have to play Manchester United and then us. Would you look at that? A 0-0 draw against Manchester United means it is 61 points apiece between us and Leicester. We are ahead of them on goal difference. That is it. We have an identical record. 17 wins, 10 draws, 10 defeats. And then we go away to Leicester for the final game of the season. A win will basically keep us in 6th place. A defeat will drop us down to 7th. A draw will keep us in 6th place as well. Let's just confirm that Europa League is on the cards. It is. If we win, or if we finish in 6th, we're into the Europa League group stages again for a 2nd season in a row. For the final game of the season then, it's going to be Martins in goal, Mokhtar, Ballo, Zawari and Leandro in defence, Campbell and Morgan in the centre of midfield, Bougre on the right-hand side, we'll come back to him in a minute, Basri, Moreno and Albert round out the front 4. Bougre is now half a star as a right winger. He's getting there, slowly but surely. He is playing because Darko is currently out injured because he picked up an injury against Manchester United. His former team, by the way. Now, realistically, we are in the driving seat for this, but I know how this can go, and it has gone badly in the past. As long as we just draw. Just don't lose the game. It sounds really obvious. Don't lose the game, and we will be fine. Dunbar's throw. Shotire forward, finds Jose Arthur, goes for a little bit of a run himself. Marcel's on goal, and Marcel makes it 1-0, 7 minutes played. We're finishing 7th, guys. All of this was building up to a finale. 6th versus 7th. 6th place on the line, Europa League on the line. And yeah, we're just going to balls it up and do nothing, aren't we? Jose Arthur's cross comes in. Bougre heads clear. It's gone straight back to the corner taker, though, who's obviously a lot further back, though. Arthur, where are you going to go? Lots of pressure being put on him. Back to Dunbar. Now Matteo. Luquinha. Right-hand side. They're trying to pass their way through all of our white shirts and have successfully managed to do so. Vecino, he's been tripped. It's going to be 2-0. Right, come on, Martins. Do your job. If you concede, we are 2-0 down after 25 minutes, and I don't think we've had a shot, let alone one on target. It is 2-0 to Leicester. And yeah, this is probably a disappointing end to the season. We've literally just had our first shot, and it was a 0.04 XG. We've basically decided we don't want to play this game. That's a superb save from the goalkeeper. Vecino's effort from a very long way out is stopped. It is going to be a corner. Still 10 minutes to play of the first half. Are Leicester going to make it 3? I mean, I can't believe we're playing so badly in this final game. They still have the ball. Basri's nicked it off, but I don't think this is going to be a highlight. Unless Basri's just going to go for a George Weah-style run down the full length of the pitch. Back to Mokhtar, lumped forward. Bougre is not going to get on the end of it. The highlight is going to end, and another one begins with a Leicester free kick. I mean, we literally had the ball, and then it's into a Leicester highlight. I'm not even sure how or why. It's Vecino in on goal. It's an own goal from Zawari. Season over, everybody. It was nice when we thought we might get Europe. I mean, we're in the Europa League 2 next year. There was me thinking that the Man United game was the one that was going to ball this up. When we then beat Man United, and then this is how we played against West Ham. This is how we played against West Ham. We were just awful. Thrash arms, get your acts together. Our entire defence is on 6-2s or 6-3s bar Ballo. I don't know what he's done to deserve something slightly better, but there we are. Early on in the second half, Leandro's throw to Morgan. Are we going to mount a ridiculous comeback? It's fallen for Bougre, and why didn't he shoot? 10 minutes into the second half, and we have got injuries, or not necessarily injuries. No, we've got 2 injuries. Marvellous. Right, so a rearrange, and by rearrange, 2 subs. Forster is coming on the right wing. Allen is coming on up front. Aubert is going to drop back to be that shadow striker. We've got 30 minutes to score 3 goals. We've got less than 30 minutes to score 3 goals, and so far, Leicester have the ball, although we've nicked it. Here we go, Moreno ball forward towards the right-hand side. Forster controls it well, invites Mokhtar forward, who's having a shocker of a game for him on a 6-3. Forster again, plays it backwards to Campbell. Now Mokhtar, back to Campbell. Going the wrong way, guys. It's going to go all the way back to the keeper, isn't it? Morgan to Rory Allen, through ball, finds Aubert. Is it going to be 3-1? It should be 3-1. Moreno needs to keep this alive. Leandro, who's on a 6.1 rating as well, so he's having a bit of a shocker. Morgan tries to cross it, hits the defender. Del Castillo clears the ball, and that's as good as we've managed to get. Zawari and Leandro on 6.0s. Martins is on a 6.2. I mean, his performances on camera are either amazing or appalling. There is no middle ground. It's a clearance from the Leicester goalkeeper. There is 7 minutes of normal time to score 3 goals. Forster with it. We're just going to go very attacking, which is basically we're not going to score any goals. Apart from that one, it's 3-1. So our last change then. Tong is going to come on in left back. We're going to the 4-2-4, chucking 2 strikers up there to see whether it makes a difference. I'm hoping it is going to make a difference, but it's probably too little too late. 4 minutes of injury time, and there is a highlight for potentially Leicester. Back to the goalkeeper. Robles back to the keeper again. If we keep putting the pressure on, they might make a mistake. It's controlled by Mokhtar. Forward to Morgan on the centre circle. Now Tong on the left-hand side, down the line towards Moreno. If we can score here, it's going to make for a very exciting injury time. Is Forster at the back? Forster has just ruined it. He's just ruined it. He was offside anyway, I think. 3-1. We lose 3-1. We had an XG of 1.62. Martins cost us that game. Even though he finishes on a 6-5, he cost us that game. Zawari cost us that game. Obviously, Leandro as well cost us that game. Defensively, we were poor. So there is then the final league table. We finish in 7th place which last season we finished 6th, didn't we? We did finish 6th, so it's worse than the season before. It's the first season we've ever gone backwards, I think. It's the first season I think we've ever gone backwards, apart from the first one where we obviously got relegated. One more season then with Dover. The Europa Conference League is going to be our target. That is what we're going to have to try and win. We probably should have been in the Europa League properly, but, you've just seen what's happened. We're going to fly through the end of season review just to see if there's anything worth mentioning. There probably isn't. Signing the season is Rui Martins. We needed to bring in a very good goalkeeper to replace Pinte, and we did exactly that. Charia coming in on a permanent deal, which is something that I've wanted to do since about season 5, and he's finally here. Aubert has been great. 14 goals, 8 assists as well for Aubert. Campbell coming in January. Leandro's been pretty good, I think. And once again, allowed motorbike goes past my house. I mean, we signed a lot, didn't we? We signed a lot of people. They were very happy with Mickey Durkin for some reason. He was a free transfer, didn't really do much, scored 1 goal. We sold out literally every single game because we have the world's smallest stadium. We will not have our new stadium, come the start of next season. I don't even think the season after. I think it will be like 2 more years for that thing to be built for some reason. And by the time it's built, we're going to have to expand it because it's going to be too small. Europa League, we were great until we weren't. I mean, that says we lost against West Ham. That was a win, but the tie was a defeat. We won everything else. Literally every other game in the competition, we won. Which, that's pretty good. We also only conceded 1 goal in the group stage. And then against Porto, 0 goals conceded. And then against West Ham, some goals were conceded. Let's ignore that. Oh, and goal of the season was that goal that we saw a couple of episodes ago, I think, against Chelsea from Albert. The lovely long curling effort. So, how we lined up for the season, the midfield is the question, isn't it? And I guess the striker, they're saying Rory Allen, he did start 18 games. I mean, we need to get a talisman striker, which I guess Albert is probably that striker. I personally don't think we need to do too much business in the summer. I think we've got a decent side. We've got a settled side as well. So maybe this summer coming isn't going to be massively expensive. Cut to me spending £60 million on a right back that we don't need. There's a whole bunch of awards for people to have a look at as well. Record transfer, 40 million. It's actually 47 million once you include various other fees. Michael Campbell. I think he's going to have a good season next year. And has anybody made it into the overall best 11? Darko and Moreno on the subs bench. That's it. Seriously, that's it. This is still the squad. I mean, Zach Orr's technically here now, isn't he? He's back at the club. But no one. Barton's there. I forgot Barton. He's still about. Still knocking about. That's good. Oh, he's just joined. That's right then. Well, that is going to do it for Season 15. It didn't end how we wanted it to end, but we've still managed to get into Europe, which ultimately has to be the goal. For this team from now until the end of time has to be getting into Europe, which I think we've put them on a decent standing to be able to do that. We're going to do one more season with Dover. Season 16, the Europa Conference League has to be a target. FA Cup, maybe we can go for that. We've never done well in any of the cup competitions, so maybe FA Cup, Carabao Cup, that could be what we can look at as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back with Season 16. And it's all or nothing. We've got to try and win something. Thanks for watching.